Hello everyone. In my wisdom today, I thought I'd do Stu's news whilst going at Mont, Ventoux. 7% at the moment and climbing about 2-3 minutes. Right, so here's me. There's my control panel. There's Laura, Charlie Ward, Jen McCarthy, Charlie Frank. That's Virtual Lands, Zwift. There's 2 water bottles and another one now I've already demolished because it's warm. Oh, and there's my number 1 fan. I know I've got a lot of secret fans out there, but you're not making yourself known at the moment, are you? Right, things are quite bad in New Zealand at the moment. Not only is Jacinda Ardern saying you've not got any choice now about having a test. They will forcibly test you for it, or you have to stay in for 14 days, and if you don't, you have to stay in for another 14 days. You've got these stupid laws going on around the planet really about mask wearing. A bloke yesterday got fined for wearing a mask in his car because his glasses were steaming up, and apparently got done for dangerous driving. So I've only had that for one person, but he said, well, I've got to wear my mask and my glasses, well, I can't fucking see anything. But there you go. Anyway, this New Zealand thing, it's not only that, they're talking about martial law over there in a few weeks as well. But what's happening, none of this is going to happen, but you can't become complacent, well, any more fucking complacent than you already are, because Trump's cleaning up the planet, I tell you. But in certain countries, you know, with Western values and that, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa and Great Britain, that are, you know, fucked. People are so lazy and fucking spineless, and it doesn't fucking bother me and all that, and just so, it's not your fault. You've been so fucking indoctrinated and hypnotised by the mainstream media that what you're going to have to do is change your whole belief system. You know, basically, just imagine everything you've ever been taught is wrong, fucking wipe your memory and just start again. Starting from now. What Trump's doing is unlike a lot of the past administrations. He's not going in, taking over governments and making regime changes. He's letting the people do it for themselves. So, because there's so much fucking chaos here and people are scared, everyone needs to fucking stand up. You know, if Boris Johnson is working for Trump, he has been given a job to create as much confusion and fear and chaos as fucking possible. And it's working. You know, we can all see it. But what are you doing? You're fucking doing nothing. You know, I don't even know if EastEnders is still on, but there's fucking some other shit you must be watching while you look the other way. Anyway, yesterday was a good day. Q dropped 26, I think, maybe 5, I can't remember. 11-3 verifies the first marker. Well, Kevin Kleinsmith, FBI lawyer, is about to plead guilty to all this sort of stuff. He falsified documents. Now I'm going downhill, am I? Let's change gear. 0%? What is that? He falsified documents in this, you know, against Carter Page, I think, and all this Pfizer warrant stuff. So, this is start, isn't it? Now you're going to see fucking dominoes topple, and now you're going to see the bigger names start fucking being questioned and indicted, etc. So, Pfizer equals start. I want everyone to think about one thing now. The coronavirus was downgraded on UK websites and CDC, FDA websites and American stuff to Nothing more than the flu in mid-March, 4 days before the lockdown started. I believe it's fucking hidden pretty well on these government websites, but I'm only here parroting what someone else has told me. I believe them to be a good person, and I haven't looked into this myself, because when I do try and look at fucking government websites, so much is hidden, it just does you nothing. Anyway, I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but the Middle Eastern peace deal, fucking hell, that's going uphill now, 9%. The Middle Eastern peace deal Trump's just done between Israel and the United Arab Emirates could basically bring peace to the Middle East. Now, Barack Hussein Obama, the fucking cunt, he said, you know, along with his, what's Trump, has he got a magic wand and all this sort of stuff, he said it was impossible to stop the Islamic State. And we all know why that, because fucking him and Hillary and all that mob and John McCain, well, we don't say his name, do we? Cunt. Created the Islamic State, another fucking proxy army that was doing their dirty work. What do you think they leave, you know, all these military vehicles when they finish a, you know, a conflict or something like that? Just fucking leave them there. Why is that? Oh, the Islamic State could have those. So, Trump, you don't hear of him anymore, do you? Not since Trump's got into office. Something else he's done. Something else you fucking TDSers. Well, oh no, I can't hear that, it makes my ears bleed. He's a racist, and I won't hear a word against it. Well, fucking good for you. 4 oil tankers have been seized, going from Iran to Venezuela. Well, fucking all out of gears, I've got nowhere to go. Trump was asked about that in the presser. Yeah, and they've seen him. Iran is doing naughty little things it shouldn't be doing, apparently, so something to keep your eyes on. Trump was asked about QAnon yesterday, and he answered the question, but he didn't really acknowledge it, because it was one of the fucking, these deep state anchors, wankers, asking him the question. So I believe when he gets asked properly about it, or wants to give an answer, it'll be Chanel Rion, Varian, maybe John Roberts of Fox, maybe someone else. I don't know. Hold up a minute, I'm fucking dying here. Now, I don't know, well, I know a lot about it, but do you remember when Trump, that you all thought he spelt coffee wrong? I mean, anyone that spells coffee, C-O-V-F-E-F-E, is a fucking melon. But anyone who believes Trump misspelt it that badly is a fucking dipshit. So, that was all about Trump was sending a message to all these adrenochrome users that Covefe, C-O-V-F-E-F-E, is cobalt, vanadium and iron. It's all to do with the blood in the circling around the veins of all these adrenochrome users. Obviously we don't know where, you know, good or bad the stuff was they were taking, but I don't think it's the cream of the crop stuff that the 13 families were, you know, taking for themselves. But, you know, maybe Hanks was on the best stuff, because he was fucking dealing it all out everywhere, wasn't he? Oh, do you know what? I don't know why I'm doing this today. I was going to go out on a bike, but it's quite cool. Would have been beautiful. I'm already at about 500 degrees. 6.2 kilometres. I've got about another fucking 10k uphill yet. I'm not sure if I'll do that. My nose isn't too chipper, is it? So, I've got plenty to watch. Charlie Freak, Charlie that, Edge of Wonder Top 10, I've got the fucking this Charlie Ward and We Know show. I've already watched Sasha Stone and Charlie Freak this morning. It was fucking brilliant, as usual. So, there we go. Wish me luck. Love and light. Where we go, when we go all.